What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we are going to be doing the final loan report for Manchester City for the 2019-2020 season. It is, of course, our loan report number 4. We've already got loan reports 1, 2 and 3 up. If you want to go and check them out on my channel, then please feel free to do so. Before we crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then make sure you help support my channel by subscribing, pressing that red button, pressing the bell and putting your push notifications on. We'll be back with daily Manchester City transfer updates in the summer transfer window, so you've got that to look forward to, so make sure you subscribe. We've got plenty of content coming up between here and there and everywhere, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Don't forget, you can also find my social media links in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because I'm always interested in what you do have to say. And don't forget, also leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. So we're going to crack on with this video, and we're going to first up speak about Patrick Roberts. He's a winger, played for Norwich City and Middlesbrough this season. He's English, he's featured 3 times in the Premier League for Norwich City, all from the bench, accumulating a whopping, catch this, 24 minutes of action. What's the point? I don't understand. Because of this, he was recalled and he was instead sent to the Championship to Middlesbrough, where he's made a whopping 3 appearances with no goals, 1 assist, dropped from their squad, and no longer in and around the first team squad. Yeah, City have got these loan moves wrong. I'm wondering what's next. He's found his level. We know that he likes Celtic and playing there. He's honestly, he's more than capable of performing at a top-end level in the Championship. Permanent transfer, honestly, that's what I feel like is the solution here. Permanent transfer allows Patrick Roberts to settle, knows where his future lies, and then he can work on his game, because he's got the level. We know what he's capable of. He's a fantastic football player. Just needs to go and prove himself, and I feel like a permanent transfer would help transition that move for him. Now, we're going to speak up next about Marlos Moreno, left winger. He plays for Portimonese over in Portugal. He's Colombian, 23 years old, and he's currently nearly midway through a 2-season loan, which will see him return back to Manchester City at the end of the 2021 season. So far this season, he's made 14 appearances, scoring no goals and getting no assists for a left winger. He's made 5 starts, 9 substitute appearances. He's very much a squad-rotated player there. I'm just wondering why he's still at Manchester City. How much did he cost Manchester City? He was a high prospect like 3-4 years ago, and now all of a sudden he's fallen off the radar. 3 or 4 bad loan moves, his confidence is shot. City have sent him on a 2-year loan deal. I mean, surely, but I'm hoping anyway, by the 2021 season, his contract will be up, and Marlos Moreno, for the sake of him, will be able to leave and be able to settle somewhere instead of keep having loan moves to here, there and everywhere, where he has really struggled to find his level. And so I feel like a permanent transfer would help that to happen. I imagine, being Colombian, he may fancy at some point, possibly soon, to possibly a permanent transfer back to South America, back to Colombia or somewhere, to help him really settle down and just find his feet again, because his move to Manchester City and to Europe, in my opinion anyway, just simply has not worked. But a loan move that has worked leads us nicely onto Jack Harrison, left winger, plays for Leeds Utd on loan this season. He's English, made 37 appearances, 5 goals, 7 assists, started every single Championship game for Leeds. He's flourishing. There's calls for him to be in the Championship team of the season. He's doing brilliant. This was a fantastic loan. The question now, is it going to be another loan next season, or is it going to be a permanent transfer? If it's going to be a permanent transfer, I imagine he'll want to go to Leeds United, and that will rely on funds, and funds obviously will be funded if they get to the Premier League if the season is completed. We're still waiting for clarification on that. The league's suspended indefinitely at this moment in time, and we do not know what is going to be happening for the future of this season. They do want this season finishing. When that will be, if it's safe to do so, I do not know. That's for another video. But if Leeds do end up sealing their promotion to the Premier League, I imagine they'll look for a permanent transfer of Jack Harrison. City have got a good working relationship with Leeds. Pep and Bielsa, they're good friends. City and Leeds have worked well in the past couple of seasons as well, since they've had Bielsa, so I imagine that is something that could happen. If they're going to sell him permanently, I would like to see City put in a buyback clause or some kind of sell-on fee there, so City are able to make progress in terms of business from that end. If he's going to be loaned out, I imagine Leeds would be interested again. I just fail to see what's to be achieved. He's aced it at Leeds, nothing else left to prove. Needs to take that next step up from being right at the very top of the Championship is to get into the Premier League. Is he good enough for the Premier League? I do not know. If we're going to loan him, though, get him to the Premier League or another top-end European league. So I'm talking Bundesliga, Liga and La Liga, somewhere like that. Let's see what he can do, go and prove himself at that next level, which is the elite level, them top-level leagues. I'll be honest though, I reckon if it's going to be a loan, imagine lower Premier League next season, possibly even a return to Leeds because it's top end of the Championship. There isn't too much of a difference, but in my complete honest opinion, I'd like to see a permanent transfer. That will allow Jack Harrison then to be able to make the progress and settle down too, and we'll see what he is capable of. Now, next player, Luka Ilic, is an attacking midfielder out on loan at NAC Breda, the only Manchester City player out on loan at NAC Breda after the abundance of players that we've had in previous seasons, and City's relations or working relations with NAC Breda has kind of deteriorated a lot, but they have still got a player. He's Serbian, 20 years old, he's made 25 appearances this season, 5 goals, 4 assists, starting 76% of games, and seems to be progressing very well and very nicely, which is good to see. Breda, though, they are not in the Eredivisie anymore now, they're in the league below, and so that's probably allowing Luka Ilic to be able to get some starting time, get some minutes under his belt, and it's allowing him to be able to prosper. I'm just wondering now what's going to happen for his future, and more than likely, I reckon probably another loan if he's going to be loaned out. Will it be back to NAC Breda or not? I do not know, but yeah, maybe it's another step in the relation build-up of Manchester City and NAC Breda after players were accused of being lazy by NAC Breda, and City said in response to that, you're not allowing our players to progress, so we won't loan you any players. I do not know. Yeah, it's the same with Girona too. Since they got relegated, they wanted to go and develop themselves rather than utilise Manchester City. So I don't know. I do not know, honestly. We'll move on. We'll go on to Daniel Arzani. He's a left winger playing for Celtic, Australian, 21 years old. He's nearly, finally, at the end of his two season long loan over in Scotland. He's currently still recovering from his cruciate ligament rupture that he had all the way back into last season. This injury's been going on for like 18 months or so. I wonder what's going to be next for Daniel Arzani. I feel like a loan would work really well for him back in Australia, just for a season to help him recover. It's familiar territory. He knows the leagues. He knows what's capable. He knows his limits, and it'll allow him that season just to be able to ease him back into football, because I think it's so important now that he's one more serious injury. He's another cruciate ligament rupture away from potentially, sadly, ending his football career for good. That's how serious the injuries are, and that he's been recovering from, and it's ruled him out of playing for most of last season and all of this season. So it's going to be very difficult. I'm wishing Daniel a speedy recovery. I'm hoping he can find his feet again, get his football career back on track, give him a season out in Australia, familiar territory again, get him back over to Manchester City. We can make progress from there. If he wants to stay in Australia, let him stay in Australia. It's just simply not worked, and that has all been down to picking up one serious injury. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy being a footballer. One injury away from your whole career, all your hard work from just being finished. And it's really sad to see, because actually Daniel Arzani is a top-class football player. So yeah, wishing him all of the best and a speedy recovery. So there we go, that has been the loan reports. Loan reports 1, 2, 3 and 4. All completed with Manchester City's players that have headed out on loan. Love to know your thoughts in the comments below of these loan moves. Let me know for next season what players would you like to see head out on loan. I know there's lots of talk of lots of young players at Manchester City that are currently wondering what the future holds, not including Jayden Braaf. Who knows what's going to happen there. Love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, so I know that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget also, subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 6k subscribers, so any help to us, that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, you can find my social media links in description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget also, you can find my email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. I've still got some good video content coming up over the coming week or so, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I've got some spare time, be able to get some videos out on a regular basis, I am hoping. So yeah, I'll see you all again for them videos. And like I said, daily transfer updates will be back in the summer. So if not, just want to stay tuned for that, then do so, subscribe. So I'll see you all again for the next video. So I've been JSGC. Hope you all have enjoyed the loan reports, and I'll see you all again very soon. Peace. Ciao for now.